All right, folks, here we go. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. And I got to get right into it. You know, it goes back to a little bit about what I talked about. I want to dive deeper into what I spoke about yesterday, all right, when it comes to this Rachel Richardson situation. Yeah, the Rachel Richardson situation, the Duke volleyball player. And the reason I'm promised this is going to be the last thing I say about the situation, all right? Because it hits home because she's from Maryland. She went to St. John's High School. I went to Good Counsel, which was a rival. I know the environment. I know the kind of people involved in the WACAC. My nephew at the moment is like aspiring to go to St. John's College. I know the environment. So long story short, just to give you some back, actually, yesterday I spoke about the concept of these black girls, quote unquote woke black girls who care so much about the community, how spoiled they really are, and all that shit. So just go back and listen to the video in totality. It was just from yesterday, all right? So long story short, I just realized this morning that First Take ESPN actually did do a segment, a very, very short segment, mind you, about the fact that this girl from Duke, this Duke volleyball player, Miss Richardson, could have easily been lying. They did a whole segment about it. In fact, I'll merge it with this video so you guys can see the statement in itself. And what I want to speak to you guys about is the scam and the politics when it comes to college. All right, I am not here telling you don't go to college. I highly and strongly recommend you do go to college. But what I do want to make sure you are aware of before you walk on that college campus is you are a part of a bigger system, a political system, one of the biggest scams in the fucking country. It is all about the money. It's about the money. It's about the fucking money. Let me tell you, I'll just tell you the story. All right, it was my senior year when I graduated from Stony Brook University. My senior year, I had probably a professor who changed my life. His name was Mr. Jorge Ferran. Dr. Ferran, right? And he taught a class titled The Foundations of Education. Just giving us the truth for the entire fall semester. It was the first time in my life that I was more interested in a class than what was going on in the football field, all right? And Professor Ferran was telling us about how he got his master's from Columbia University, which, if you don't know, that's an Ivy League school, very prestigious school academically. And he said to us, he was like, I got in class the first day, and the professor told me, people don't fail at Columbia University. People don't fail. And then he looked at him in a puzzled look, saying, what do you mean? What if our grades aren't good enough? Or what if we fail out? What if we just can't handle the course load or whatever? And he looks at him, he goes, look, people don't fail at Columbia University. We'll get you through. And he gave that wink. That's sort of that wink. All right, now, this is how this is still relevant. Miss Richardson, all right, the statement from Duke, everything that Duke should be holding this girl accountable for the fucking firecracker she set off, all the allegations, all of the the nasty allegations that she made, yet nobody found any proof that anything was ever said. And instead of Duke saying we will hold this girl accountable, you get the Duke faithful talking about how they stand by her, and they're using all this fly language to say, we support our players and all this other bullshit. Where are we going to grow? How are we going to grow if we don't hold people accountable for lying? Straight up lying. That's the question. So again, I am not here. Don't misquote me on this. Go to college, do your thing, get all the degrees you can get. Understand, if you do decide to go, the system is about making money. That's it. The system. All right, Duke University doesn't want to have any bad press, so they got to use a bunch of fancy talk. The girl's probably going to go and get some NLI deal or, make some money off this, and they let the story die down so Duke's hands remain clean and everyone's fine. BYU's clean, everyone's fine, right? They just going to damage control the situation. That's politics. That's the game you're in. Before you walk on that college campus. Straight up. I've been to multiple college campuses. You're listening to someone who's actually lived through racist times, lived through it, lived through white teachers putting their hands on them. Actually lived. And that's what sickens me the most about this whole bullshit. All right? I actually lived it. I actually lived through it. She goes and cries to her fucking daddy, and all of a sudden the world is ready to support her. Well, where's our support? When we actually lived through it. Again, If you have not yet, make sure you download and subscribe to the Move Swiftly podcast. I damn sure have a lot more to say about this. Make sure you also go to makeyourmove.com, makeymove.com. Shop till you drop. Buy all the merch, buy all the books. We're getting some big things happening. I mean, stuff like this really, really fires me up and gets me going, and it makes me understand how much more important it is to do the work I'm doing. Also inquire about my hiring seminars and my workshops. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker. Checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.